Hello, it's lovely to be back with you again today, and I do hope you're all still feeling well and staying safe. Today's reading is from Luke 23, beginning to read at verse 44. The death of Jesus. Around noon, the sky turned dark and stayed that way until the middle of the afternoon. The sun stopped shining, and the curtain in the temple split down the middle. Jesus shouted, "Father, I put myself in your hands." Then he died. When the Roman officer saw what had happened, he praised God and said, "Jesus must have really been a good man." A crowd had gathered to see the terrible sight. After they had seen it, they felt broken-hearted and went home. All of Jesus' close friends and the women who'd come with him from Galilee stood at a distance and watched. There was a man named Joseph who was from Arimathea in Judea. Joseph was a good and honest man, and he was eager for God's kingdom to come. He was also a member of the council, but he did not agree with what they had decided. Joseph went to Pilate and asked for Jesus' body. He took the body down from the cross and wrapped it in fine cloth. Then he put it in a tomb that had been cut out of solid rock and had never been used. It was Friday, and the Sabbath was about to begin. The women who'd come with Jesus from Galilee followed Joseph and watched how Jesus' body was placed in the tomb. Then they went to prepare some sweet-smelling spices for his burial. But on the Sabbath they rested, as the law of Moses commands. One of my favourite TV programmes is called Midwife, a programme which not only deals with birth, but with every aspect of life, including death. I've cried tears of joy, of laughter, as well as tears of sorrow while I've been watching it. The conclusion of Series 8 began with these words from Sister Julienne. "There are nights so dark that the dawn is not merely distant, but beyond imagination. Oh, these are the hours where grief lives, where fear rules, where truth lies exposed like a wound. Hope hides, and peace is for others. The minutes extend, repeating the distress of the hours that went before, and every thought begins and ends in silence." A survey in 2018 revealed that the average person in the UK spends 36 hours of their lives waiting in rush hour traffic, and that each day we wait for around 42 minutes a day. Everything from waiting for the kettle to boil to being put on hold during a phone call, totaling around 2 years of our lives just waiting. Today the world is waiting for an end to the spread of coronavirus, waiting for a vaccine, for a cure, for the chance to spend time with friends, with family, to return to work, to return to church, to go back to normality, whatever that may look like. As anyone who's ever spent time with a relative, watching and waiting for them to die, they will tell you it is painful. And when that time comes, as they take their last breath, there is a moment of relief in the midst of pain. Whether that pain has been short-lived, over a few hours or days, for weeks or months on end, the emptiness that's left, nobody can ever fully prepare for. While the world carries on as though nothing has changed, the bereaved are left trying to process a wide spectrum of emotions. Today we hear of so many who are sick or dying with no loved ones around them, especially those with coronavirus. The waiting is done from a distance, a painful distance, a distance which makes it just so much harder, where all they can do is pray and trust God. Yesterday, Christians around the world remembered the events of Good Friday. Jewish traditions on keeping the Sabbath, Saturday, holy, would have meant a day of rest. This day was filled with a numb sense of emptiness and waiting. Emotions would be running high, and for friends and family who stood and waited with Jesus as he died on the cross, there would have also been fear and confusion. Yet all they could do was wait, an enforced pause in life, hiding, hoping that the authorities wouldn't find them. The definition of waiting is to stay where you are, or to delay an action until a particular time or event. What felt like the end on that Sabbath was a moment to stop and give way. We wait as tomorrow we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus without fear or uncertainty, because we wait on the verge of celebrating that death has no power. So the next time you're forced to wait, remember waiting can bring unexpected joy and hope. We wait for the day we can walk out in the sunshine without fear of a virus. We wait for the day we can sit in a coffee shop, have friends round. Oh, this list is endless. We wait with joyful expectation. But none of us can escape Holy Saturdays. They come in many forms throughout our lives. Maybe redundancy, ill health, a change in our relationship with God, the loss of a loved one, or even a pandemic. Suddenly, everything has changed. Something has been lost. Things are not as they were, yet we do not know what they will be. We cannot go backwards, but yet we still cannot move forwards. At this moment, hope seems lost. We don't know how long this will last. We're forced to wait within this season of the unknown. Lamentations 3 verses 25 to 26 says this: "The Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul that seeks him. It is good that one should wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord." So wait. But wait with joy. Wait with hope. Wait with all those things in your heart that you long for. For tomorrow we will rejoice. I just pray that God will bless you and keep you safe today and forevermore.